Thank you for the introduction. I'm really happy to be together with you. And in today's session, I want to mainly show you how you can use Copilot efficiently, effectively in Microsoft Teams. My name is Marcin Siewnicki. I'm from Poland. I work as an M365 solution architect. Mainly, I'm a SharePoint guy. I've been working with SharePoint since 2005, 6. But I also work with Teams, modern workplace items, so everything around modern workplace, Teams, SharePoint, M365, Copilot as well. You can find me on LinkedIn, on Blue Sky, and on my blog site, modern workplace site. But let's jump to our today's main dish. So first, I will quickly introduce Copilot in Teams. There are many places when you can use it, but sometimes it's not so obvious. Then I will go and show you a few prompts that you can use to work with your messages, chats, channels. Then I will switch to meetings because this is the main part of Teams and Copilot. So everything about meetings, pre-meeting, during the meeting, and post-meeting stuff. And last but not least, in fact, 2 additional features, maybe small, maybe niche, but sometimes extremely helpful. Okay, so Copilot in Teams. It looks almost the same as standard Copilot window. There is a chat. You can type a prompt, type a question, and you will get answer. And historically, Teams was the first app in M365 where AI features was introduced. It was a few years ago, before Copilot era. So Teams got some dedicated AI feature for AI notes, So some kind of tool that should generate you notes based on some AI model. So it was the first AI feature in Teams. And now you can use Copilot in almost every single application in M365, Word, Excel, SharePoint, PowerPoint, Loop. Every single one has at least one Copilot function. But in Teams, there are many places, many small features, many items, many functions in Teams in many different places. So it's not so obvious. Is it Copilot? Is it not Copilot? Well, you can use Teams. I will show you a few examples, and then I will go and demonstrate those examples. So first, you can overview of your day in Teams. So get update of your current meeting, upcoming meetings, latest meetings, and get some insights from those meetings. You can also catch up on missed meetings. For example, if you missed a meeting, you can go and check, get some insights, get summary, upcoming tasks, or some actions that should be done based on that meeting. You can plan your day using Copilot in Teams. So check upcoming meetings, if there's any collisions, any problems, if there's any task assigned to you before the meeting. The biggest part, in my opinion, is insights during the meeting. So if you are attendee or organizer of the meeting, you can use Copilot actively to get some insights, to prepare, to add some items to your meeting, etc. You can, of course, use Copilot to get a recap of the meeting, create notes in many different formats and places, or you can just enable or give Copilot order to create notes for you. So you don't need to do that. Copilot will create notes automatically for you. You can check missed messages in Teams, specific group meetings, group chats, or meet channels. So you can check what's going on in specific project teams. You can use language interpreters, so AI feature that will translate live meetings between different languages. And this is my favorite one, Facilitator Agent. You can use this agent during the meeting to help you facilitate a meeting, your meeting. For example, keep an eye on time, add some information, keep track agenda, and so on. And this is autonomous agent, so you don't need to prompt it, send some commands. It will automatically do the job, and you will get some effects. And you can also use Copilot to turn meetings transcripts into SharePoint pages automatically. So there are plenty of ways that you can use to help you working in Teams. So let's switch to this one, probably. Yep. So we will start from basic. One more thing. So we will start from messages, chats, and channels. How to operate, how to work with channels, with messages mainly inside Teams. Okay. So this is my Teams in the web, but it works in the same way as in the desktop application, or in fact, mobile as well. So if I go to Copilot pilot section, so what can I do? I prepared some prompts, so not to waste time typing them. And for example, I want to summarize unread messages from Teams from today. So I can specify a day, a date, maybe last week, last 10 days. But I don't need to go through messages manually, one by one. I can just maybe a little zoom out to get more info. And now Copilot will check every single place in Teams, channels, chats, personal messages, group chats, and give me recap, summarize, a quick summary from my only unread messages. So I don't need to go through it manually. It's a great way to catch up. For example, at the end of the day, or when you're starting a new day, or maybe you are out of office on some workshop training, so you can just check what's going on. I can also use the same commands, same prompt, but not unread, but everything. So I want a summary from messages, but new messages from Teams. So right now, Copilot is checking not only unread, but every single new message that was created and sent today. And I can get, for example, this John pasted message about some project. I can go, and there is even a link to that conversation. So this is extremely helpful. I don't need to go and check. I can just click on that link to that message or group chat, and I will be redirected quickly to that message. But that's not all, because you can go a little bit further and go to, for example, group chat. And there's also in group chats, only in group chats, there's an Copilot icon here. So I can use that Copilot in group chat to get some summary from Teams, but only personal group chats. So it's not available in channels. So I can get some summary and so on. So I can just talk with those conversations. But I can do almost the same using Copilot window, for example. And okay. So I can just ask Copilot. I must provide my team name or channel name. It's up to me. In the last 7 days, yep, and check. So if I specify manually my team name, so Copilot will go and check messages from that specific team, from every single channel inside, and give me status of that specific team. So it's extremely helpful if you have large teams, large channels, multiple people, and there are a lot of messages, so you don't need to go manually through them. You can just make a quick summary, quick notes from this, what's happened in the last 7 days, for example, when you was out of office, maybe you just simply it wasn't available. So great way to check a very one specific team or channel. So you need to simply specify the name of that channel and provide information. But there's also one more way. I will open a new window and type a little bit longer. Last week. Okay, so now I can ask Copilot to create a weekly digest of my teams for last week, so this current week. And I can provide some sections, decisions, and so on. And it will go and create a weekly summary from every single message. Okay. I get 0, so probably of my teams. Yeah, okay. That's my fault. I just messed up with my demo before. Sorry, so I type a little bit different. Okay, so now this prompt will get a quick summary from every single team and channel and thread and give me some short summary. And then I will show you how you can automate this thing. Okay, so in this is very important to remember, keep in mind that if you create a prompt, try to be extremely specific. Just tell what do you want, in what kind of output do you want, maybe table, maybe bullet point, how do you want to format this list, what you want and what you maybe don't want. In that way, you will get extremely accurate results. So in this way, I have summary of 2 teams with information inside. So first message, last message, and so on. And I get also a to-do list because there are some actions that must be done. And there's another great way to automate this, because it's at the bottom of your output. This tiny little 3 dots, ellipses, if you click this, you can schedule this prompt. So you can schedule this entire prompt, for example, to run every single workday at maybe 4 p.m. every week. And now, if I click save, it will run every single week for 15 times. You can specify how many times do you want this to be run, and then you will get update, for example, every single day, or maybe on Monday and Friday 15 times. So you will get update on your existing status of your teams at 4 p.m. Let's save it. And this is a fantastic way if you, for example, you don't want to monitor your team's application actively. You just want to get some updates, and that's all. You don't have time. You are focused on maybe some important project, or maybe you are out of office, you are traveling, delivering some workshops, trainings, etc. So you create this scheduled prompt, and you will get automatically updates every single day, every second day, and so on. Fantastic way to make this to automate some updates. Okay, the next part is the same stuff, to be honest. Yep, but for meetings. And as I said before, meetings, this is the biggest part where you can use Copilot, many features, many tiny little functions. So you can prepare for a meeting, you can ask a Copilot to do something for you during the meeting and after the meeting. And so let's switch again to my demo. I will open a new window. So I'm in Teams again. I'm in the Copilot chat, so I can ask, show me my today's meetings, and I should get list of my meetings, past and upcoming. Yep, that's correct. There are 4 meetings, and if I click on a specific meeting, for example, this one, I can get key takeaways, ask about that meeting or something like that. So I can get insights from that meeting. So I don't even need to open the meeting. I can just ask for some additional information. But I can provide a more detailed way, more detailed prompt. For example, prepare me, not this one, sorry, I'm going too fast. Okay, so let's summarize meeting. And now I can select meeting from the dropdown. For example, yeah, this is the good one. There are a lot of transcripts and text inside. And now I should get information about everything from that specific meeting. For example, meeting purpose, with link to that meeting, agenda highlights, related documents, related stuff, for example, some additional emails, maybe meeting notes, maybe some attachments, everything that was added to that meeting. Okay, and that's not true. So the meeting, there was a transcription inside, but this is some kind of issue when you play with a lot of transcriptions. There are many if you join meeting multiple times and create multiple transcripts in one meeting, so sometimes Copilot just don't get what's the main transcript and just give you the latest one. So latest run of that meeting, for example, without transcript. So that's a little bit tricky. So if you know that there should be transcript, go to the meeting and check. So there should be, or there probably is more than one run of that specific meeting and multiple transcripts, multiple recording, and probably the last one has no transcript at all. Okay, but what if I want to prepare for my meeting? I don't want to check past meetings. I want to prepare, ask Copilot to provide me information about upcoming meetings. So show me my upcoming meetings this week. And now Copilot should get me a list of upcoming meetings with some details. Okay, so only upcoming, nothing past. Yep, and the same way, if I go and put mouse on the title, I can go and check, for example, help me prepare or something like that. But I created a dedicated prompt for this. So prepare me for meeting again. I must provide the title, but I can provide so select the meeting from this one, planning Copilot adoption in our organization. Yeah, scan the meeting invite. Yep, and provide me detailed information about upcoming meetings. So right now, Copilot is checking not only the invitation, but also trying to find any related emails, any related documents, and give me this kind of information. Yeah, agenda, get agenda, Copilot check agenda and provide me information about that. Stakeholders, so in this fact, all attendees, some talking points, any question that I can maybe ask during the meeting, maybe some issues, gaps. So Copilot tries to understand the scope, agenda, and provide me additional questions, related documents from my account and maybe from the internet, and recommended artifacts, for example, some additional documents that are stored, for example, in my OneDrive, or maybe there are documents in related emails. So this is a great way to prepare. You just provide information, which meeting do you want to check, and Copilot will prepare you an action plan so you can prepare before the meeting. But that's before. If we go to the meeting itself, so the meeting is running, there are plenty of features that you can use. There are a lot of stuff, a lot of information. So first thing is that there is also a Copilot icon. That's pretty obvious because you can find that icon everywhere. And you can ask Copilot to do something. For example, if you are during the meeting, or maybe you joined in the middle, you can ask who joined the team, or in this case, a meeting. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe there's a great way summarize, recap meetings so far. Because this is the running meeting, active meeting, so it will check current transcript, current information, and give me a short summary. So I don't need to wait till the end of the meeting to get information on what's going on. I can check right now. And there are plenty of prompts that you can use. For example, my favorite one. So before we finish the meeting, I can ask Copilot what decisions were made or what opinions were shared. So, and now it will check meetings and give me information. So now, based on that information, I can act. I can, for example, ask additional questions. I can check something that, or maybe we skipped a very important part of the meeting, of the agenda. So we can act accordingly to our plan and fill missing gaps. Okay, let me check some prompts. I can also type or ask, for example, what topics were discussed and or what questions were asked. So I will get detailed information about topics and questions. So it's extremely helpful when you want to check at the end or maybe in the middle, or you just maybe join during the meeting and you don't know what's going on. So, and Copilot, this Copilot chat inside the meeting is only yours. So no one else can see my prompts, and Copilot responses. So if I have a Copilot, I can ask and I will get information. And this is my own private Copilot, private chat, private information. Okay, but there is additional feature, of course. As you can see, there is tiny little icon with blue stars in the top left corner of the meeting. Okay, if I click there, so as you can see, it indicates that there is a Copilot in the meeting because I'm using actively Copilot, and something called Facilitator. And this is the second one. This is an agent that you can enable if you click more in your teams, and you have, of course, a Copilot license. You can click select turn on or turn off, depend on what you want from that agent. So by default, it's disabled. So when you start your meeting, you can click turn on, and it will actively do something. If, for example, you want to enable it before the meeting starts, so for example, if I click new event, test, or maybe facilitator, my test account John. Yeah, okay. So you will get this option here. Facilitator is off for this meeting, but you can turn it on, so it will be automatically enabled, and so you don't need to do anything. You don't need to turn it on during the meeting. It will start automatically when the meeting starts. Okay, so how you can use this agent? First thing, it is designed to help you during the meeting. So it actively scans the meeting transcript. So transcript is required, so it automatically enabled transcription during the meeting. And if I go to notes, as you can see, this is generated by this agent, by Facilitator Agent. So it analyzed the invitational text, agenda, and create the goal of this meeting. It also updates automatically and create meeting notes. This is created. There is also this icon that those notes were created by AI. A lot of notes, and if I or anyone during the meeting will say something, add some additional information, those information will be added automatically by this agent here. It's not in real time, of course, because it must analyze additional information and put it in the context, but every few minutes it check entire transcript and add additional information. Moreover, it is available in the meetings chat for everyone. So it's not personal, it's for everyone. And for example, it checks time. Hey, we are at the midway point. We have only 45 minutes left, 20, 15, doesn't matter. So it will give you information how many time do you have before the meeting ends. And it automatically track agenda items. And this is a nice feature. I love this feature. As you can see, there is this tiny little bar with agenda points. And some of them are checked, some of them are unchecked. Because I created those points based on my demo meeting, and I added some points that, of course, weren't discussed during that demo meeting. So for example, as you can see, this one, generating images, that topic wasn't discussed during the meeting. So it is unchecked. But other points are checked because the information was provided during the meeting. So it just analyzed the meeting and say, hey, you were discussed a few points, and GPT-5 is marked, checked, because it was discussed, this one also, and so on. So you can quickly and visually check missing points in your meeting based on the agenda provided. But you must create an agenda before the meeting. So this is very important. No agenda, no meeting, in a nutshell. And there is, if you go click this drop-down icon, you can get more visual way to check this agenda. And you can also cancel this tracker, so it will stop monitoring your agenda, and you can do this manually. But this is automatically created when the meeting starts and when you enable or maybe turn on Facilitator Agent. I love this feature, saves me a lot of time checking agenda manually, great way. But you can also do something like this. So I can talk with this Facilitator Agent, just like I mentioned people in Teams. So add, select Facilitator, Facilitator, and I can ask him for example, highlights from the conversation, what decisions were made. But those information will be public for every single attendee. Okay, Facilitator, let's say create this time meeting minutes from the meeting minutes in a Word document. Okay, let's wait a few seconds. Okay, please be fast. Okay. Hey, I start working on it and I will share the draft when it's ready. It will take maybe a minute, maybe two, but you will get ready to use a Word document with meeting minutes from that meeting. You can also ask to create tasks in Microsoft Planner. You will get also ready to use, not ready. It will create a task for you in your own planner as well. So this is a nice feature. I will go back to this later when it's ready. Because in Teams, we have one more thing. If you go to, again, more, and this is available for everyone, not for organizers, language and speech, and turn on interpreter for me. So what is that? This is AI feature designed for translations. So you select the target language. For example, if you speak German, but you do not speak English, but the meeting is in English. So using this feature, Copilot will translate English meeting voice to German. And it will, it can use your own voice for other people, or you can use just automated voice. So using this feature, if I click confirm, I can't demonstrate that feature for you right now because I'm on another Teams meeting, so it's a little bit complicated. But if you have a Copilot license, you can play with it. You can join another meeting and use and try to use one of the supported languages and check exactly how it works. I tested it. I played with that feature a few times with quite complex meetings. It's quite good. Accuracy is good. Pronunciation stuff like that, extremely good, really. So if you work with multilingual organizations where such meetings are created and hosted, and some people just speak, for example, in Italian, but you need to understand and maybe even speak with them, but you don't speak Italian or their language. You can use that feature to simultaneously, almost in real time, translate meetings. There are some delays, but because of this feature and the mechanic behind that feature, it's not a big deal from my experience. Okay, let's go back to the meeting minutes. Yep, we have this Word document. Let's open up. It's automatically saved in my OneDrive. And as you can see, meeting minutes, information, nice table. Of course, there are no information who prepared that meeting notes, but anyway, nice Word document. So you can ask a facilitator to quickly create your meeting minutes from your current meeting and get you created document for you. So during the Teams running meeting, you can use Facilitator, you can use language interpreter, or you can use just plain Copilot features to ask questions to get some information from it. So it depends on you. You can use. There are plenty of ways how you can use Copilot in Teams during the meeting. But what happens when we leave the meeting? Okay, the meeting is over. Which one? This one. Okay, I want to view recap. So pretty obvious that you will get automatically created AI summary. So Copilot will analyze the transcription and will create you a recap. But those notes are just generic notes created by Microsoft, so you can't modify the template itself. But what you can do, you can still, and again, use Copilot function inside meeting recap and ask, maybe clarify, maybe specify one point and make it displayed in a different way. For example, create me a bullet points, create summary with table, and so on. It works the same way. But what's interesting, there is a brand new feature called audio recap. And if I click that feature, I can create audio recap from my multiple meetings, not one, but up to 8 meetings. And it will create me audio file and I can listen. So I can simply play the file. If I'm on commute, I'm traveling, I just don't want to read, I can hear a summary from the meeting. So I can select, for example, last 3 days. I will get the list of my meetings and I can select, yeah, this one, why not? I can select the style, executive, newscast, casual, let's say casual style, and click generate. It will take a while, but it's pretty fast. Anyway, the meeting was 15 minutes long, so it shouldn't be a so long process. Yep, generating. It's here. Okay, 40. So it's 15 minutes summarized to 14 seconds. But if you have long meetings, for example, town halls, long trainings, or maybe 5, imagine you have 6 one-hour-long meetings from last day. So you can use this feature. Yep. Select all your long, large meetings and generate one audio summary from those meetings. So you can listen it, you can play it during your commute or when you have some time. So you don't need to read, you don't need to go and ask Copilot to create multiple summaries. Just click like that and you will get one nice audio file ready to use. It's a brand new feature, so but you should get this. It's available in the recap on your meeting or in the Meet application. So if you go to the Meet application in Teams here, it's here audio recap, so you can go and check it. Okay, so we have 38 minutes. Okay, 2 more features. Tiny little one, so we should be done within 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, discard. So if you have a SharePoint site, intranet, department sites, etc., and if you have a large meeting, for example, a town hall meeting, and you want to turn that meeting into a SharePoint information, SharePoint site, SharePoint page with some information from that meeting, you can, of course, copy that information from transcript, use Copilot or whatever you want, and create your page manually. But there is another option. If you go to SharePoint and you have Copilot, you can click Page with AI. Okay, I will use page. Yep. Create a page about, and now I can select a meeting. So now Copilot and run. So now SharePoint, so Copilot in SharePoint will get access to the transcript, analyze transcript, and create nice, good-looking page in SharePoint based on those information. With images, with some, design. It will take some time, for example, 30 seconds, because this is the short one. But you don't need to do this manually. Just go to a SharePoint, select your meeting, and boom. As you can see, Copilot is writing a news post or maybe a page with images directly from Teams meeting. Fantastic feature if you want to turn meetings into SharePoint pages with information from that meeting. Of course, you can modify those information, etc. And it's just ready to publish. 30 seconds and you are done. And the last one, tiny little feature, but extremely important for many people, many organizations. If you want to make your transcripts more accurate, for example, if you use specific jargon, specific words, or maybe words from different languages, because you are working with different companies, different organizations, and so on, you can upload your own custom dictionary to Copilot in a CSV format and say how specific term should be pronounced by Copilot. It will be used during transcription in meetings, and simply results will be better. So Copilot will understand more words, more specific jargon, and so on. It can be done by Microsoft 365 admin. So if you don't have admin rights, you must ask your admin. Then admin can upload the file inside admin center, and Copilot will use this file. I will show you quickly. This is a simple CSV file. You can use Excel to create that file. So you can define term, for example, TAT, the pronunciation, and it will understand that TAT term is something that should be pronounced that way, and Copilot shouldn't be, think about that term. Extremely useful if you work with, meetings that are and use multiple different terms, jargon, and so on. Okay, and the last slide. Extremely short summary. Use Copilot to get insights from your messages or teams or channels. You can specify what do you want. You can use Copilot to prepare for your meeting. Extremely fantastic feature. Use Facilitator Agent during the meeting. It will keep an eye on your agenda, time. You can use language interpreter if you have such a specific scenario. Use audio recap, at least try. Great way to quickly update or get information, insights from large meetings. And you can also turn meetings into SharePoint pages using Copilot, but from the SharePoint perspective. So you must go to SharePoint. It's not available on from Teams application. Okay, and that's all from my side. I'm almost 33 minutes. Sorry, Knut, for that. A little bit 3 minutes longer than expected.
You did great, so don't worry. There are also a few questions in the chat, so if you can take a look at them, please.
Scroll. First one from Michał. Okay, have you experienced Copilot can skip some information? Yes, if the set of information is too long, it can skip it because it's just too long. But I'm not sure the threshold. That's interesting. I didn't find any information about that. But yeah, if there is a lot of if there are a lot of info, mails, messages, documents, especially, yeah, it can just trim that information. Does Copilot app in Teams do any specific tasks which can't do via web? Right now, I think this one-to-one, even language interpreter works. Can you share prompts? Yes, I can share prompts. I'm not sure if I can upload presentation to the site, but anyway, I will share it via my LinkedIn profile. Just if someone wants my prompt, just you can ping me on LinkedIn. Yes, I need to enable loop to get facilitator. I mean, in fact, facilitator automatically enable loop. Yeah, interpreter is great. Audio recap. Yeah, how to. This is the brand new feature. And to be honest, there is an item, or was an item on the roadmap that should change how recap is created. I saw it in action for maybe one day, but it's gone in my tenant. But I will check that because Microsoft is cooking something related to recaps, and you should be able to create your own template for recap. And that should be better because right now it's a little bit, I mean, out of the box generic recap. So yeah, that's a little bit, yeah. And that's all, I think. Yep. So if you want my prompt, just ping me on LinkedIn because I can send you those prompts. And that's all. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that you get some valuable information, maybe some tricks that you didn't know about. And thank you, Knut, for having me here.
Thank you as well for a great and very informative session. So really thank you. Good demos. And yes, please, if anyone are looking for the amazing prompts that Marcin was using, then reach out to him on LinkedIn. Also, this event was also recorded, so it will be on the YouTube channel of the AI Native Workplace as well. So yeah.